Welcome to Breaking News, episode 188. You know it's a good video when I'm in the car. Today we're going to be talking about WWE 2K25. It's wrestling related, but also video game related. So it's something I wanted to talk about again with the news that this might be one of the biggest games ever. They might have like this island of relevancy, which I don't know what it would be, but personally it sounds interesting. But hopefully it isn't that thing where you have to do my faction, because no one likes my faction, and that ain't gonna make anyone want to play it anymore. But I want to say, if the island of relevancy is not an online mode, it could be potentially good depending on how they do it. But in addition to that, that is something that's somewhat confirmed by, I believe it was like Bianca Belair or Rhea Ripley. And then the showcase mode is of course going to be, I'm guessing, the Bloodline, because they had Jey Uso talk about it. So the thing I want to talk about there is, what could you possibly do to make this any cooler? The Bloodline story mode. The one thing I want to see showcased this year, I don't want to see this slingshot technology, which means that they actually go into the actual clip. I want to see it from the video game perspective, not from, if I want to watch the match, I would go on a Peacock and watch it. You want me to tell you, if I want to relive a moment in a video game, I'll play the game. See, that's the difference. It's like bringing a gun to a barrel fight. You just don't do it. You just don't do it, okay? It's not something you could just get over. It's nothing. It's nothing like that. It's really hard and complicated to say why I hate this mode, but mostly it's because you can't play universe mode without getting copyright stricken because they own the clips. I feel like when it was the slingshot, when it was the in-game cutscenes, you never got copyright stricken. So now when you're right in the middle of making a video about it, you have to cut every time a cutscene comes up, because then you'll get copyright stricken, except for Xavier Woods. Wow. That's biased if I saw any. Ban everyone else from doing it, but if Xavier Woods does it, it's A-okay. It's not gonna ruin your video, it's not gonna... That's why I hate YouTube sometimes. You can get copyrighted for something that people have done millions of times over. You could look up any Beatles song. That's why I got in trouble once. I looked up a Beatles song, played it during that song tournament, got copyrighted, which means nothing, but my video was blocked because of it. And guess what? That same song was made by other creators who played the whole song without even talking over it, which I was. And you want me to tell you what? And I thought that was some... But, instead of talking about their terrible copyright system, let's talk about something more positive in the game. Intergender matches, which means man versus female, you could do now. I mean, that's a cool feature to have, but who's really going to do it? Okay, listen here. I know it's crazy to think, but I feel like doing Rhea Ripley versus Dom, or Nia Jax versus Braun Strowman would be cool. Or maybe Bianca Belair versus Otis or something. You never know. It's just the option that's out there. I haven't checked on the WWE 2K25 news yet, because there's probably some more leaks today from the actual 2K company that are officially leaked. So I don't know exactly what's going to happen. I just know that I'm waiting till the end of Friday, to the end of this week, to Sunday, to check out all the news and stuff I missed. Because I want to be excited. I want to be extraordinarily excited. Yesterday they did 2 leaks. The showcase and the, so I'm wondering if they're going to do that. But what I want to see, the match type I want to see in this game, out of all of them, I'm a very happy man. I'm a very easy to please man. I just want 2 things. 2 match types. I want a new match type in the Iron Survivor Challenge match. I want at least 2 new match types this year and 3 returning one. I'm not asking for much. All I'm asking for Iron Survivor, maybe 2 matches we never had. Maybe a Punjabi prison, because they never had it in a while, so it's very unlikely to happen. But I still want to be able to play that in a WWE game. But give us that. Maybe create a story would be one thing I want. But the other 3 returning match types is I Quit. I want to see an I Quit match. A lumberjack match. Even though there hasn't been any recently in the past memory. And, of course, why not 3 stages of hell? It's almost like, the best way to describe it, it's it's a match like a 3 out of 4, a 2 out of 3 pinfall match, which means let's say the first match could be, but it's stipulation based. So the first one would be a steel cage. You could climb, pinfall, submission to win. Then the second one would be like Hell in a Cell. And the third one could be like a tables match. Like 3 different match types in 1 match type. It's kind of like a 2 out of 3 falls match. That's what it's called, but it's match types. That's the things I really want to see. Universe mode is still my favorite mode by far, because I feel like I want a career mode where I get to pick everything that happens. WWE 2K has not given us that since 2K16. I like 2K17. I loved the 2K17 and 2K16 mode because you got to pick the championships. You got to go up the ranks. You didn't have to play as someone else, because I don't want to play as someone else's story. I want to play my story, not their story. You want me to tell you what? That's the reason why. If you want to play as someone else, you should just bring Road to WrestleMania back, and then you could make you go through a superstar's career. I much rather play as a wrestler to do that than like make my own custom character and make it go through this predetermined story that's already based. If I wanted to do that, I would play something completely different. That's the difference. A wrestling game should be a fun career mode. It shouldn't be this mode where you have only very few choices you can make every once in a while. It's kind of lame, you know? But overall, I enjoy it. Overall, I enjoyed the last 2 games. The last 3 games they came out. So hopefully 2K25 comes out with a great bang, you know? That's all I want to say. Goodbye.